During the last bull market, this influencer used to shout out crypto gaming projects, and when he did, they used to go up 20, 30, maybe even 50x towards the upside. I've just seen exactly the project that he's just bought. It's yet to see an astronomical pump towards the upside. In this video, I'm going to break down, showing you how I found out this information and how we can understand that this project could be one of the hottest calls right now in the space. If that sounds good, which it should if you want to make money in crypto, hit the like button and let's get into today's video. Now guys, you're like, who on earth are we talking about? Well, if you've been in the crypto space or the make money online kind of space for a while, then you may have watched videos of this guy, Alex Becker. Now, I used to watch him quite a long time ago when I was trying to get into dropshipping, where you can basically sell dog collars and slimming tights and all that good stuff to try and make a bit of extra money. Alex Becker made a ton of money through marketing companies and all sorts of other bits and pieces, and then redirected his focus and attention into gaming and crypto gaming specifically. That has enabled him to acquire 871,000 followers on Twitter and a YouTube channel of around a similar size. Now, during the last bull market, he invested and advised on a number of different crypto gaming projects, and it is common knowledge that he made millions of dollars doing so. And I'll show you the proof of that in a minute. Now, what happened is he used to shout out various projects and he was saying, this is interesting, he was buying this, he was doing that. And then guess what happened? Everyone who is following him, of which that was a lot of people, would just rally and chuck a load of money into the game. Now, across the free Telegram, link down below in the description, I'm starting to see a lot of hype and excitement enter back into the crypto space. And this kind of does give me a little bit of fear because it is kind of early on in the markets for people to be getting this degenerate and just chucking money into stuff. But that's not always a problem if you can find the right sort of small cap projects that people like Alex Becker are buying, because if he shouts it out, then it doesn't take much to see a rally, and people saying take my money are going to push the market cap up very quickly. So what are the first indicators we should be paying attention to on people like Alex Becker? Well, this gaming bull, whether it happens now or later, will be at least 2 or 3 times bigger than the last. The last gaming bull run was absolutely enormous for coins like Gala, Mana Decentraland, Axie Infinity, and you name it. And then he says this: it's going to be disgusting, unwarranted, offensive, and absolutely spit in the face to all things logical in investing. And then he has a picture of this, indicating what happened in the last bull market. This was Gala Games. And lots of people are like, oh, I don't like Gala, I don't like that. Guys, crypto gaming is one of the areas of crypto that is even more degenerate than crypto itself. People get too hung up on the fundamentals of this project and that project, when really the thing that actually drives things forward is the hype and people buying it. Okay? 99% of people buying crypto projects don't really understand what they do or how they work. So don't get too high up on the fundamentals of the team and all that stuff, because it might sound nice to you if you are one of the 1% of people who actually go read all those white papers and think, well, that sounds really nice. But to be honest, most people just buy into the hype. So what do? We identify the hype. And you're like, get on with it. It's the weekend. I've got to go and read another white paper. Relax. Let's do it. Okay, Arkham Intelligence. This is a very cool platform. I think there is a paid version available, but this is the free one. It's not associated with me. I'm not sponsored by it. Okay, put your angry little keyboard fingers away. Arkham Intelligence, right here. Alex Becker. Can't write today. Enter. And this is going to show me something very cool. And you're like, well, it doesn't look that cool. Maybe not. But he, at the moment, only has $30,226 in his account on Arkham, which is not small, but given how much money he had in the last bull market, wait and see. And then from like the 1st of August, 2021, where he had 487k, till the 2nd of September, so that's basically a month, he went from 480k to $2.2 million, and then basically literally sold the top, okay? If you go and plot this against like a crypto chart, he absolutely nailed the bull market, okay? So this is why he's worth following. And you can set alerts and stuff, but, just take a look at this now and then, okay? Easy. You can see his assets up here. Bit of Solana, good lad, like it. And then this, Sidus. And I was like, well, what's this? And then I realized that this bloke hadn't really been doing anything for a while. He started to post more and more about gaming content on Twitter. And then you can come across and you can see transactions. In the last one day, something happened interesting. He bought $4,860 worth of something called Sidus. And in fact, 2 days before, he bought NTVRK. And then you see he's been buying other little bits and pieces, okay? He's woken up after his crypto winter hibernation. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on Sidus for this. Now, admittedly, probably 1 day late, but, just take this information If you want to go and buy that coin, you know, do your own research. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but this is going to teach you how to do this every single time you see him or another influencer or someone buying or selling anything. And so pay attention, because it's useful. Now we know that people are starting to enter back into the space. This is Google Trends. We can see that altcoins is becoming much more interesting. People are now searching for altcoins more than they have done for basically the last 365 days. If this doesn't look like a full cycle of a market, then I don't know what you're looking at. And compare it to the Wall Street cheat sheet. Okay, we go up, we have a bull market, we roll back down, depression, 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 disbelief, and then we kind of move up into disbelief and hope. Right now, in the free Telegram, link down below, people are starting to get into a point where they're just FOMOing into crypto. I can see them doing it. I can see them shouting out this project and that project. People getting hyped. They will be like, take my money as soon as they get a sniff of the right project. And if Alex Becker shouts this out on Twitter, then you'll get a hell of a reward because all of those people will be FOMOing into those projects. So what we're going to do, first of all, just to check it's like, you know, all legit, go and have a little token audit. This is over on dexcheck.ai. This is a free version. There is other ones. And you can sort of see what's going on. Lots of people kind of seem to be buying and selling this. You can see that there are wallets being accumulating this all the time. It's starting to look quite good. There's a lot more buys coming in here, you would say, than there are sort of sells, which is bullish, okay? Does show us that we're kind of moving in an upwards direction. What we're going to do next is we're going to jump across to Twitter. Sidus Heroes. Sidus Heroes? Not really sure, okay? 390,000 followers. That's pretty big, okay? Come down below, you can kind of see like lots of stuff, very active. What we'll then do is we'll take this username. We can go to Tweet Scout. Why do I want to do that? Well, look, guys, Tweet Scout shows me the social amount of people diving into the space. Look at the followers. It seems maybe I'm a little bit slow here, that maybe other people have been paying attention to this. Maybe after Alex Becker's been talking about this or buying it, people are starting to get involved. Who else we got? Followed by Mr. Beast and a few other bits and pieces here. Interesting, okay? Now, look at that. In the last 1 day, suddenly we're getting new followers entering into the space. This is where we're catching it, okay? We're just about to see something exciting, and you can see it happening on the social fi before you necessarily will see it in the price charts and everything else. Now, after all that, I might as well find out what this is about, right? Because I haven't done that yet, you might be wondering. And I've done that on purpose, because lots of people are so hung up on the tech behind different projects. And that's a little concerning, because when it comes to GameFi, and the kind of like the hype mania that is what drives crypto, and to be honest, maybe need to focus a bit more on the sentiment and the overall like action of what's going on behind the scenes, rather than the real technicality behind this project and that project. Anyway, nice looking website, good start, right? And you'll also notice I'm very much not technical. So if you're not technical and you want me to break things down for you and show you very simply, then join the other 51,000 subscribers who are now subscribed to this channel. And if you leave down below a coin of your choice, then I'll be selecting one of you to win $100 in that particular coin over the next few days, and 2 other winners to win $50 in your coin of choice as well. So absolute no-brainer. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and then while you're at it, come across to my Twitter and you will have even more chances of winning as well. Anyway, let's get on with it, because it's Saturday and you've got to go and read your white papers. But I'm going to show you how to read a white paper in a minute. Come down below, we can go through, find out what's going on. How does this game work? All that good stuff. Now, if you're like me and you're a bit of a DJ, and you're probably like, well, I'm already thinking about probably just buying this anyway. But, you know, for those of you white paper readers, let's just get into it in a little bit more detail. You can see down here the tokenomics. Max supply sat at 30 billion, circulating supply 24.4. That's really good, okay? Market cap here, you can see, sat at around $47.2 million. Token burn, 496. So straight up, we've got the tokenomics, which sound pretty reasonable, okay? We're looking for a reasonable circulating supply when compared with the max supply. I talked about the other day why Myria was a little bit more worrying from the fact it had like a 14% circulating supply. Now you can see this is a game that's available on Amazon. They have loads of stuff going on in the metaverse, and you can come across and check this out on YouTube. They've got a little like kind of trailer here. Really high quality, okay, really good graphics, all that good stuff. And not only that, this is really strong and good marketing. That's important because lots of projects might sound amazing, but their marketing is really pretty poor. Algorand, Polkadot, blah, 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 okay? What we're seeing right now is some really good stuff. This is a bit of the gameplay. Now, It might not seem like the most technical and interesting game ever, but if you've ever like played Command and Conquer or anything in the past, then it might have been an interest. You can also say, but actually I don't know a huge amount about gaming, but compared to a lot of other crypto games out there, this actually looks reasonable in terms of gameplay. Now, you can see that there's a lot more other bits and pieces to find out about. What we're going to do is we're going to go and find the white paper. I'm going to click and download the white paper. I'm going to come across to Claude.ai and I'm going to drag and drop that into the messages. And I'm going to say, what are the pros and cons of this white paper from the point of view of an investor? Going to hit enter. Now I'm going to wait. It's going to tell me all the stuff I need to know that's really important about the white paper from pros and cons. And this is really good because actually it's going to teach you how to analyze a white paper as well. So that if you want to go and read more white papers, you can find out even more in-depth information. Here we got the things about the pros. It talks about some of the issues. It talks about why it's done tokenization and decentralization. It talks about the experienced team, the experience of being in finance, blockchains, startup investing, very, very important. Proposed platform would be access to private markets for investors. Talks about the dual tokens, talks about the white papers, all sorts of different bits and pieces. Then goes down and lists all the different cons and things like that. And then overall, the white paper presents an ambitious vision, but has some gaps that would need to be addressed before making an investment decision. More details on technical implementation, team, regulatory strategy, blah, 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 are essential. And there's something else that's really essential to look at in any crypto project right now is the roadmap. Because in the future, if you want those big catalysts to kind of come in and boom the market, then you need a roadmap that's going to tell you like things that are upcoming, that are exciting, and all that good stuff. This is actually one of the better roadmaps I've seen from any crypto project, really, mainly because it's very pleasing on the eye. You can see there's lots of different bits going on, various sort of improvements. They'll be adding in various like different rewards and how all these different bits and pieces work. Okay, so you can go and dive deeper into this. This video isn't about CIDRs or CIDRs. It's about how to analyze a project that basically you've just come across that has all of the catalysts for success. Because the main catalyst, this is someone who shouts out to a bunch of degens, this coin sounds good, could be very lucrative, okay? So what next? How much do I buy? Do I need this many coins? How many coins to be a millionaire in this? Stop buying into these dumbass like YouTube titles that make you think that you need a certain amount of something to be able to be like respected by your mates. It's nothing to do with that because you, me, and everyone else out there has a different amount of money at different ages. We might have families, we might not have families, we might have jobs, we might not have jobs. There's so many other different factors out there, okay? Really, personally, new projects like this, I want to be able to have a pop at. Maybe that's like 1% or 0.5% of a portfolio, because maybe you take 10% of your portfolio and you just divide it into all these different like kind of projects like this. And when you get like gains from your Solanas and your Caspers and whatever, you should be taking like 10% out every now and then. Every time you see a big pump, take 10% out, and then you can go and have a shot at these other coins that could then go and do a 50 or 100x. So can it do a 50 or 100x? Well, according to this, the market cap is $15.7 million, which is interesting because that's different from the figure that we saw earlier on. But that's possibly because this is just the CIDRs token. It doesn't take into account the market cap of the other token. So that's fine because this is a very small number. So we'll go off of this, which is the coin market cap number, 15.7. And then we can see as well, the circulating supply sits here at 8.1 billion. And there's a total circulating supply of 29 billion. Fully diluted market cap, $57.3 million, which is not amazing, by the way. And that will play into potential of where this project can go in the future. So remembering 57 million, which is still very low, okay? And, you know, it depends on the kind of like the unlocks and all that kind of stuff that's happening on, which I've talked about in another video the other day. But understand those unlocks will probably happen over the next sort of 24 months or so. It's going to have an impact, but not necessarily the most negative impact given the small market cap. So let's have a look at a price chart. Well, obviously, if we'd got in yesterday, which is when everyone else was chatting about this project, we would have been seeing this potential there, where you can see that now since then, it went up 20%. It's now kind of having a bit of a pullback, along with crypto in general, Bitcoin having a little bit of a quiet day as well. But what lots of people are doing right now is they're coming to maybe tradingview.com or whatever, and they're looking at short time frames. And this means that right now, if you look at that chart, it looks kind of like, wow, it's just had an incredible run. It is 167% up. But if you zoom out a bit, you'll see that that is absolutely nothing compared to what we really are seeing here. So obviously something happened at the launch, something horrendous. Lots of people will be like scared off by that. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, guys, just to do with like the way that they set up their vesting stuff in the first place. Not always ideal. But if we look at this on sort of a more tight kind of time frame, then you can see the sort of area that we're bumping into right now is this area of resistance. You can see resistance. Now you can see that that's why maybe we're having a little bit of a pullback. Now a coin like this is quite heavily reliant on getting a shout out from the likes of Alex Becker. And that's kind of what this video is about. That's what kind of I'm betting on. And the fact that a lot more followers and everything are flooding into the space right now. In reality, if it's able to break through here, then we'll probably have a push to this next resistance zone, which is like 64% up. Now, to anticipate where this can go in the future, it's got such a small market cap and it's in kind of like the right position. It's offering a good game. Gaming is completely illogical when it comes to crypto. Now, to speculate on how big this game can get is very difficult. But in the last bull market, there was a number of games that got upwards of 500 million, maybe even towards $1 billion. Now, 500 million on this coin at its fully diluted market cap would be around a 10x, but on the current one, around $15 million. But could it achieve $1 billion? Could it achieve 1.5 billion? Could it achieve 2 billion? Well, guys, it's heavily dependent on how the market kind of picks up these particular coins. If you go and look at all the coins that have been like hyping and trending recently, a lot of them, they don't really have much connection in terms of what they are and how they work and everything like that. So it's not like one particular sector is blowing up. A few particular coins are blowing up on the narratives. And GameFi is a narrative that will likely see absolutely explosive growth. The reason for that is during the last bear market, no one was doing more work to improve the projects they're working on than gaming. And it's very expensive development. You have to have big teams and all that stuff, which means it drains all the funds out of those tokens. That's why they're selling tokens back into the market to be able to create the money they need to be able to drive the project forward. That's why most of the gaming projects are down 95%. And why right now they are absolutely poised for a very exciting run towards the upside. So whether or not you want to get into Sidus, you can see that it has had a big push towards the upside. It's volatile. It could see a bounce down towards lower levels. Do I think it's going to go down to the bottom again? Probably not. But if you're going off the narrative that maybe we want to get involved before Alex Becker does, then you don't have to do it with this one. Just pay attention to what he's talking about and get on board with the next ones down the line. Easy, right? And if you want to stay on top of it and understand who's buying what and see what Alex Becker's buying all the time and have people tell you on a daily basis and keep up to date with what's going on, then get yourself in the inner circle, link down below. It's just $9.99 per month. And I would say it's probably the best value crypto tool out there right now. You can connect with other enthusiasts around the world. You can access my daily chart analysis on different cryptos that I'm looking at. You'll get daily update videos about what I'm seeing in the markets happening right now. There's a bunch of other experienced traders in the space who are sharing all of their technical analysis, but most importantly, you'll be able to access our venture capital fund. Now, the way this works is we get to invest pre-ICO into the next hottest new crypto projects, some of which have been partnering up with Binance, have been partnering up with Polygon, have been partnering up with Google, and that enables us to buy a token at something like 2 cents when the ICO price is more like 10 or 20 cents. This is absolutely unheard of because everyone else out there has to have a minimum of $100,000 to invest at any time. But the beauty of this is we pool all of your money together, and that enables you to be able to access tokens at just a fraction of their original price. And all of this is just $9.99 with a 5-day free trial. You can find the link down below in the description. If you enjoyed that video, guys, do me a favor, hit the like button, make sure you subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.